Yates, and I chose to do my informative speech on the intergenerational topic. I'll be talking about World War II and the impact it has had on the United States. The communication we had back then was not nearly as advanced as the communication we have today. During this period, people only became concerned about the war. World War II has had a great impact on societies during the time and also on the future of the United States. A quick insight on World War II is that it was a global war which occurred during 1939 and 1945. It was fought between two alliances, the Axis and the Allies. The Axis consisted of Germany, Italy, and Japan, while the Allies were the United States, United Kingdom, the Netherlands, France, and many others. World War II was one of the most brutal wars in history. According to FindTheData.org, there was around 45 million civilian casualties and 16 million military casualties. As I said earlier, the communication systems used during World War II were not nearly as advanced as the communication systems we use now. There are three basic methods of communication back then. First were radio broadcasts. The second was newspapers. According to PBS.org, there were more than 11,000 newspapers in the country at that time. Before any news could be published about the war, it had to be approved by the Office War of Information. The third method was through newsreels. Newsreels are produced by Motion Picture Studios. According to cultureandcommunication.org, it states that the newsreels were not the primary source of news, but it was presented in a cinematic interpretation of the events occurred during war. Now I have a short video of a newsreel.
Battleship's guns, United States forces move in to drive the Japanese from rocky, fog-bound Attu, strategic island in the Aleutian chain. Troops waiting for the 0 hour. Time to go over the side. Invasion boats, filled with men and guns, determined to wrest the island from the enemy. For Attu lies but 750 miles from the great Japanese naval base at Paramushiri. The problem of supplying an expedition to take this vital subarctic outpost is tremendous. But the Americans are well trained for landings such as this, and they're bringing everything they'll need to hold Attu against any future attack. Wrecked Jap planes litter the beach as American aircraft keep constant patrol. An important victory for United States forces in the Pacific.
The technology that we have nowadays allows us to have a better communication than we did during World War II. Technology now allows us to have live footage of attacks, the communication between our troops is more effective, and the public is provided with news much faster. During the Iraq War, we had live footage of what was occurring. These live footages allowed Americans to have a better understanding of what was really going on with the war and helped keep civilian spirits up by showing that we were winning. Troops were also able to communicate better with each other because we had more advanced technology. And most of all, the public was presented with much information much faster. They received updates every day and mostly every hour. World War II has had a great impact in changing societies. During World War II, civilians stopped doing their everyday tasks and helped getting military goods. War also helped more civilians become more interested in what was going on outside of their towns. Stated by library.truman.org, civilians brought materials such as clothing, fabrics, shoes, leathers, metals, and other products. They would buy these materials through cash and ration stamps. The war caused civilians to be more interested in what was going on with the world. My grandfather said that after the war, people became much more interested in what was happening outside of their own towns. This interest and curiosity even led to women working outside of their own homes. World War II has had a major impact on our communication systems today, and it has helped increase civilians' interest about the war. My grandfather has provided me with a great deal of information on World War II. He's helped me realize that communication back then was very little. He's also shown me that the people knew very little about what was occurring outside of their own towns. Since World War II, our communication and knowledge of the world has increased greatly. World War II has forever changed the United States.